Hello and welcome to part 5 of my Ultima 1 YouTube walkthrough series for the Apple. This is the final video as I will use the time machine to defeat Mondain. I will also provide links in the description to my written guide and the relevant maps. So Mondain is pretty easy to beat, especially with the best hit points and armor. You can afford to get distracted a lot, and I'll show you how you might get distracted after I show you how to defeat him quickly. So now we step on the time machine, don't enter but board it with B, and you notice there are the gems. The 4 gems we got from the castles. They work. And a bit of narration here. Thou art face to face, and good luck, this is it. Make an interesting contrast. And we can move east and start shooting Mondain. And he will cast a few spells, but you're doing a lot more damage to him than he is to you. So I went and got the gem, and the gem is destroyed. So now we just have to kill Mondain, and he will run around a bit. And so this is kind of annoying. But if you go a knight's move away from him in the corner, it's a lot easier to take him down. He tends to stay a bit. He does not stay if you chase him directly. And here, thou art victorious. Yay! And we get the ending screen here. And this is rather nice and interesting. The entire realm of Caesarea. Okay, so we'll see how to do Mondain wrong. We can really grab the gem at any time, but we may not know that at first. We may think we need to kill him. So if he turns into a bat, here you can see if we try to follow directly behind him, that also doesn't work. It seems also the more we wait before running up to him, the more chance we have to get in a shot or two. So also, if he's kind of lying there dead, you will never kill him this way. However, you can still always get the gem. If you run into him, you get burned. If you sit and wait around, he will eventually become a bat again. And you cannot run into him when he is a bat. Also, if you run into any of the walls, you get burned. If you run into the gem, you get burned. And if you're really lucky, you can nail him here, inside the corners. And again, you can defeat him if he's on the ground or in bat form. Once you've turned him to bat form, you know, he's very much a distraction, but you don't need to worry about him. That's all there is to Ultima 1. There are, of course, a lot of town names and so forth, but we don't need to explore the game to do that. There are maps, and some of them are cute. Like, I didn't realize Gorlab was Balrog backwards for a while. I thought, that's an interesting name. And the dungeon names are different too, and if you really want, you can use a strategy to get through the dungeons, but you only need to attack one. The others are a bit random. So, yes. Thank you very much for watching through this whole series, and if you've enjoyed this enough, giving a like or subscribing if you haven't already goes a long way in encouraging me to create and share more fun retro games I always wanted to replay through. I have some in mind, but Sometimes it's tough to get started, and even one like can perk me up and say, hey, I really should do game X or Y or Z. So, thanks again, and see you next video series.